cross the border, you've done the same thing like the Israelites. This is Boys Club. Boys, and you can see the sports in the desert.
Bethlehem, Israel. The place is so foggy. See, we went to the church to pray and to pray to God.
I miss you, darling.
Where Jesus announced that Jesus was born in Bethlehem. We're going inside.
Ewan ko, akala ko church ito. Don't wear cups ka. Don't wear cups.
Cup up.
Kaya ilang muna yung para di malobat.
We get to celebrate the place where the angels of God appears to announce to them.
Opo. More and mass tayo ngayon.
Pilipino daw siya. Yung naka-pink. Kaya nakangiti sa atin. Kaya tinanong ko, Pilipino? Oo, siya. Siya daw ang guide yata dito. Kasi nakangiti siya eh. Nakatingin sa akin. Nag-sense ko nakangiti. Pilipino nga.
This is where Jesus was
The
born.
style of building, also in the Holy Land, it's something under the house and the house overlooking. So when they got to Bethlehem, there was no place to stay but the stable, and this is where she had the baby. Inside the church is divided in three.
This is the place where Jesus
The
is
manger
born.
is behind you. The manger is
And
behind
everybody
you.
were
When Jesus was
touching
kept, he was wrapped,
and
and he was kept after he was... Wow. This is the crosses from the days of Saint Helen, the 3rd century. They hire it up and they hide it because they do not want people to walk over the crosses.
this is where the man translate in the Bible. Jerome is the one who translates the Bible.
May tao doon? Ano yun?
Another important place, this is called the Garden of Gethsemane.
This is where Jesus prayed before he was arrested. It's called Mount. I don't know. I forgot. This is where Saint Peter 3 times betrayed Jesus Christ. This is the prison where they kept Jesus.
Okay, you want to go down? You can go right now.
This is the Roman
What is the
road
cargo
where
means? From different periods. This is from the Crusaders. This is from the 11th century. This is part of the cargo inside Jerusalem in the days of the Romans. This is used to be the main road that goes inside the city of Jerusalem. You can see what the main road looks, or what the cargo looks like. It's a busy street, market street from the days of the Romans. Follow me.
Pumapasok yung lamig sa loob ng paa.
Part of that Old Testament. About 600 years ago, actually, when we need Arabic on it, it says the Sultan al-Malik al-A'zam, Sulaiman. Sulaiman is the one who built the walls around Jerusalem. Okay, on we go.
Guguha ko ng pulis. Malandi.
Apple, apple. Kitchen is the one who built this temple.
Okay, there is a big negotiable thing about what kind of temple is this. Okay? However, from King Solomon, there is no any remains.
We are here at where Jesus is crucified. This is where Jesus get angry to people because they were using his house as a market. And this is the painting of people who are selling things that make Jesus mad. We're going to this Mount G9.
What's your name?
G9?
Hindi.
What's it called?
I don't know.
I don't know, I forgot. I don't know what place is this.
Basta suffer kaya parang suffer tayo.
This is what it happened the last supper.
Comes out and then go in.
Everybody take a while. I will come back soon.
Wala tayo. Kapit.
This is where King David's tomb were buried.
Sa vlog mo, girl.
Put a kipa on your head.
May ganun ka daw po sa piano.
Ladies.
Almost there at King David's stone. where his body is lying. Oh, they're praying. This is the Dead Sea.
To sleep, and we're gonna continue after you take some pictures of the sycamore tree. You can look, Zacchaeus is not on the tree.
No. Zacchaeus is sleeping now.
Did it go? Not yet. The hotel or at the...
This is where the mountain that Jesus were tempted by Satan.
Ito ta sa Jericho nga tagpila to kunay dito ta nag-lunch. Mahal man dito.
Tagal mo na.
$6 sa
Maliit lang inaano ko dyan. Masyado ng bulky sa bag ko.
Ako nandito ko mas musical music dito ng coffee ba. Kasi mag-tablet kapalit sa coffee mug.
Hi, Tok.
Mga collection dyan. Ano kasi yung bulky mo? Meron akong binili sa ano. Sa Egypt isa. May binili ako sa Jericho.
Doon, ma.
Kapay sa mug. Maliit lang. Di ka to lang sa Jericho ko nakakita. Mahal mug. Ano pa sa kuan? Hindi ako yung may $6. Kasi tatay mo yung nakaw na yan. Oh,
Nasa dito meron dyan. Ano kaya rin? Dito muna tayo. Alisan baga natin kaya parang lahat daw ng mga visit natin. Church of Jala.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Because tomorrow I'm baho. Ihi. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish.
I want to take a picture with you too.
The picture.
Okay, behind me, behind.
To chase her. Sa vlogs available. Yeah.
So she's gonna be chased with the. Who?
Ganda naman ng Manila. كم تبقى
حالك مبارك كل عام وانت بخير. 35. Go. We're gonna go to the left.
Doon lang pala.
You are from this place?
I'm not that far away from here, about 40 minutes.
Ang pala na yan. Tinakpan niya yung baka daw mapupa. Malulusot ka sa ilalim. Olive. Ayan pala yung olive. Ayan na naman yung bato.
I'm gonna give all of you 3 times so you can take pictures. But you have to do the explanation.
Picture lang pala. Ayun na.
The word in English is the same word that was taken from the Aramaic. Why they use it cover? The farmer cover the seeds. So any farming place in the tradition, they call it kafir. So kafir, and they say cover his sins. In the Bible it says cover his sins. And it's a word that it's used to cover. Okay? That's Nahum means fisherman. So this city was using or was how you say that they were supporting themselves by farming and by fishermen. So they have, and the third thing is they were on the main road, right next to the main road that used to connect the whole civilization. Most of the people here, they were rich. The Capernaum people, they were rich, and we're going to see that even from the synagogue. It was a small town. Jesus chose, after he left Nazareth, to come to this town because he healed the mother-in-law. And from that perspective, he took as Capernaum to become the town of Jesus Christ. Here he set his ministry. He done all of the preaching. Here he, healed people, got people, teach people and stuff like this. He used the synagogue, which we have the synagogue. However, we have two synagogues here. We have the top part of the synagogue. It's from the 6th century, okay? And the bottom part is from the Roman days. The Byzantine, they used white stone, which is the limestone, which is not a local stone here, and they built with it a synagogue. And the Roman used a local stone, which we can see a lot around us, which in the buildings of the city. Jesus came here, he healed the mother-in-law, the house of the mother-in-law behind, in the bottom of the church right there. And on top of it was built a church in the 4th century and the 5th century. On top of the house, actually, when we did excavation here, we found the house on the bottom, which you're gonna see that it's like they hire down the house, and this is where Jesus spent his time. The synagogue in the days of or the days of the Roman, it was not a synagogue to pray. When you hear synagogue, it's not a place to pray like what you see today. Why is this? Do you guys know why? It's not the place to pray.
Why? Yeah, they hide.
Why?
They're hiding.
No. Because they had the temple in Jerusalem. The temple is the place to pray. They go once a year to Jerusalem. The synagogue was a convention center for the city to do all the good things, the teaching, the preaching, the news. This is where they meet the whole village. This is where they teach Bible or the Old Testament. But it was not a place to go inside like today a church. You go and do a mass. If you want to do that, you go to the temple in Jerusalem. The temple still exists. So because of this, when Jesus came here, he was not preaching in some place that is not to preach. It's the place to preach, the place to tell news. This is where the communities meet. So he started preaching in this synagogue. We have a miracle that is still alive till today, and we're gonna see it in our eyes in a second, and we'll explain to you. So he was preaching, teaching, healing, everything inside the synagogue. He took out of this place here as his main place, as his town. But the problem is he cursed this town. He cursed all of the 3 towns that in here. Do you guys know why? He cursed Beit Saida, which most of his disciples from Beit Saida, Chorazin, and Capernaum. Until today we can see this place. Nobody after that lived in this area. After an earthquake that struck all of this area right here, and you can see the stones that is broken there is not just either a bomb was thrown in here or something happened. It's not like an enemy broke this city and destroyed this city. You can see the small, even look at the arch right here that it was on the entrance of the synagogue. Look how many pieces it's been broken. It's earthquake shake this area and destroyed all of those 3 villages, and since then nobody lived in this area. Why he cursed them? I can see it in my eyes. He cursed them because they used Jesus. They witnessed all the miracles and the teaching, and they saw everything, but they did not follow Jesus. They were just want him to heal them and to help them, but they did not follow Jesus. Because of this, after he left this town, he said those 3 towns is not going to exist anymore, because they saw everything in their eyes. And the witness of this, on the bottom it's a synagogue from the Roman days, and on the top a synagogue from the Byzantine days after Jesus Christ. That means the people who lived here continue the same path after Jesus. Does that make sense now?
Yes.
So we continue. We use Jesus. We saw the healing. We saw the miracles. We saw what He done to us. But we did not change and follow Jesus Christ. We continue on the same. Well, why is this? Because it's money, materials. Why is this? Judaism at that point make money. Judaism makes a lot of money. For the high priests makes money. It's about materials. So they did not change their perspective of how they believe, and they continue in the same, because they can get higher positions. They can get people to donate more money. They get people to pay more money in that perspective. Okay, so those are the things that we see in Capernaum. You can see the remaining of the, the whole city, all of the walls of the city, the arches of the city, and it's stamped on it, all of the materials, that it's a synagogue. This is the synagogue where Jesus preached, but not the white one, the bottom one, which is, the black stone synagogue. Under beneath there, you have the house of the mother-in-law, and where Jesus also spent his life. Okay, and actually we'll give you another couple of things, but we're gonna do it quickly. We have also the statue of Saint Peter over there, where he told him, on this stone, on this rock, built my church. And on the other side, there's a really nice view of the Sea of Galilee. If we can do all of this in 10 minutes, I will be happy. Wow! 15 minutes. Because
This is where Jesus made his first miracle in the Sea of Galilee. And this is the Galilee. This is where Jesus touched feet.
Coming here is on a circular
And praying, I guess. Mount Jimbo, I guess. I don't know. This is Mount Tabor, where Jesus pray, I guess. It's so foggy, and we were in the mountain. So this is the shop. We're going to visit the chapel of Moses. I know, Moses. And after that is Elijah. So many people are going inside the chapel.
Altar lang.
ayudan.
Ano papasok ko ba dyan? Hindi lang papasok.
Mablito na tayo.
Ano po, sabi mo, parang altar, tapos balik kayo.
Chapel of Moses. Tay, gusto mo tayo magpa-picture? And after that, we're going to the chapel of Elijah.
okay, you go to the other one, right there. Yeah.
This is the chapel of Elijah.
Ilan ang positivity rate sa China? Mall.
Kita kita picture ng
Okay lang.
Tagal nilang naka-recover, no?
Ay, nandyan lang sa kanila yung virus. Kasi sila naman gumawa eh.
Kalat pa sila nung meron na silang bayan.
This is the house of the Virgin Mary. This is the house of the Virgin Mary. Sorry.
Huwag mo pa ano yun.
This place is the house of the Holy Family, Mama Mary, Papa Joseph, and Papa Jesus.
I think the wine is still in the... Like we said, and why we started even in Bethlehem, explain to you the tradition, the way people how was living there. We say that they must have what we call a cave system. A cave system for so many things. In Israel, we have a hot summer and a dry summer and a cold winter. The best way to prevent and to protect ourselves from the heat and the cold is to go inside a cave. The cave control the temperature. The second thing is also is a good storage for all the merchandise. If you're a farmer, you can keep your stuff here. If you're a shepherd, you can leave your goods here. So we can see even most of the places where people was born, they were born in a cave system. Especially for a lady when she had her kid, it would be the best way to put her inside a cave, fearing the heat and keep and the cold. Our stone in the Holy Land is mostly a limestone. It's a soft limestone. We call it a chalk stone, which when we dig in it, and if it will be reduced to the sun, it gets hard again. Okay, so it's easy. You can see the caves when we going down. So the cave system is a mandatory thing. Then they build the house on top of the cave, which is a home to sleep, to make food and stuff like this. And this is will be the storage system. And always they have a cistern. Cistern, why is this? They want to gather all of the water so they can use it for cleaning purposes. The rainwater usually is for cleaning purposes. Because again, we have a dry summer. We don't have winter rain. We don't have springs close nearby the house or founded nearby the house, so we have to store water in the cistern. However, to drinking water, we have to go to the spring. And a lot of you guys can relate that even in your tradition, where before they used to have jars and go to the spring, fill up the jars with water and bring them to the house. They put even in the entrance of the house a big jar. They put all of the water in it and you can drink and pour from it and drink. We're gonna see that in Canada happening. Okay, so this is the system of people, how people usually used to live in the Holy Land throughout the history. In here, the tradition says that this is the house of the Holy Family. After Jesus was born, Joseph was the guardian, was the husband, and here where they lived, they did not live in the house where it was the Annunciation. The Annunciation is the house of the Virgin Mary, the family of the Virgin Mary. After that, she was married to Joseph. Then they had to move to a house. This is the place. That means that in this place, Jesus lived his childhood. 27 years of his age, lived it in this place. He was a child here. He walked here. Okay. He was a kid here. And after that, he was a teenager here. And then he left here to Capernaum and he started his monastery. Okay? So this is the house of Joseph. You can see actually they try to picturize. This is the cave system. This is to picturize what they were doing. There is cooking, Joseph is carpentry, and Jesus is sitting. After we finish, we're going to exit out of this door here. We go to the bus, folks, because we're going to go to the Mediterranean Sea.
This is how they make tunnels so that they can drink water from the time of Jesus. This is the Mediterranean Sea where the three countries are. Ay, ano ba yun? Na African, Middle East, at saka Asian. This is the Mediterranean Sea. I kind of really lazy guys, this is right. So this is the only way that I show to you in the bus. Bye. We were here in the iPad and we will see a world city of Israel of Haifa.